besides hearing hide the salami on TV.
Where did they hide the salami?
Blog is, again, it's been pretty much the same theme. Lack of volume means volatility very quickly, and it's hard to get those follow-throughs. Today the banks are closed because of Veterans Day. There'll be a moment of silence at 11 a.m. That is because it was called Armistice Day, turned into Veterans Day in 1954 when the Germans signed to end World War I in 1918. It was signed at the 11th hour, the 11th day, the 11th month. There were 35 countries involved in World War I, and that brought around the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. It's very cool. You guys should look it up, Google it. It's a very cool thing what the guys that guard it do. And that was also France and England. They have their tombs of unknown soldiers that were, the guys were buried on the 11th hour, the 11th month, the 11th day. And it's a really cool thing. The infantry who guards them is called the Old Guard, and they're trained members who have to go through like this. It's a whole life experience. It's not just like you go there and do your job. It's actually really cool to read about. Eric, you want to say anything about today, trading-wise?
Yeah, it's going to be somewhat slow. You just pick your spots if you get early, but it's going to be very hard to come back.
Yeah, you guys trade accordingly. Like I said, banks are closed, bond market's closed, slow trading day.
Yeah, and also collect down your trading size as well.
Okay. Again, it looks like the same theme. Asia up basically a percent, Europe up a percent, oil and gold up, dollar down. That same carry trade going on. If you guys read Rob Smith's In the Black, he mentioned a few different setups we should be looking for besides Eric's list. We should be scrolling through his stocks too. Eric can't hear. I don't know what that means.
Can anyone else hear us?
We hear you.
Daily.
Okay. Yeah, guys, that Monsanto move yesterday was Rob Smith also wrote about it in the Black thing, using the Bollinger Bands and the breakouts and yeah, it was unbelievable. You know, anyone have a comment on that? I mean, you know.
It was a conference call that came out.
Yeah.
Monsanto had news out.
It was like a perfect storm kind of thing. Going through all your day, news out in the stock, conference call, and there it went. It wasn't a little short covering 50 to $1 blip. Thing went $4. Try to pick the top in it, you're going to lose 9 out of 10 times. So
I wasn't afraid to buy them at 31.06, and I said it was going to 30. What was it, 30 or
72?
Oh, 71.06. I said, I'm not afraid to buy this. This thing looks like it's going to go.
yeah,
So
well,
I made 3 cents on it, and it went up $3.
yeah, it was just tough.
We got to learn how to figure out how to get a piece of the $3 and not 3 cents.
Well,
And that's my 2 cents.
that's a news thing. Is Rob Smith on there?
Yeah,
Rob, what do you got to say? I know you mentioned a few stocks today. Obviously, you mentioned Potash and what? SQM on Monsanto's tail. You said, what were you saying about UNG?
UNG is on the bottom of its weekly Bollinger Band, which has been the only time that it's rallied at all, almost since inception. It's also coming into its all-time lows, so a little bit above that. So it's something to keep an eye on. I don't know if it's going to be a big method or not. But to keep the energy gains going, certainly if this is going to be a meltdown, which it looks like we're looking at, it might be time to watch that commodity.
Is that is that what you're also looking at in the HK, the HB, and the I believe it was Anadarko?
ABC, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's amazing how natural gas names have held up so well when the commodities fall apart. They did have a rally, which then bolstered those names even more. But any strength in this commodity would send the melt up on its way even further.
Okay.
So when you see names like the APC and other oil names like Oxy that I've talked about, and anything that hasn't broken at all, is just looking for any reason to just start pushing higher.
Okay.
Also today, one thing I would say that Frank watches a lot, that he brings up a lot, but is particularly important today would be to watch the VIX. The VIX had a big spike up over 30, and now that the market is rallying, the VIX has been down 7 days in a row. And so we're going to see, obviously, a little strength here on the opening, but I would keep a close eye on that VIX to see if that thing starts coming up, to see if we're going to see any selling at all.
Okay. Guys, today Macy's came out. I believe they actually live on the floor right now. There's a memorial service, but we have the TV turned down. Macy's, I believe, what they do, Eric?
They beat for the quarter one.
They beat for the quarter, one for the year. There was just an analyst on TV saying it was positive. Who knows? Stock's down $1 right now.
So it's not exactly misery on 34th Street.
No. Today, guys, we have our get-together in the city at 5:30. I hope everyone can join us. If for some reason you can't, just try to give us a heads up so we're not waiting for you or looking for you. And that's it. Anyone else want to say anything?
Is Frank in Red Bank?
Jeff, thank you for telling us to move the mic closer to Eric, but you know it's not like we walk around here, not like we're in a TV studio, right? So appreciate your input. If you want to come here and set it up for us, feel free. And that's it, guys. Good luck. Trade careful today. Veterans Day. Slow. Bank's closed. Can anyone else? Can we say any more?